For countless thousands of years, this archipelago, the exposed peaks of a range of submarine mountains split from the mainland by some ancient seismic upheaval, have basked in the tropical sun, green jewels in an azure sea. Their beauty was always appreciated by a fortunate few, the maritime natives who lived here and the Europeans who followed Captain James Cook's voyage of discovery up the east coast of Australia. But it wasn't until 1978 that their potential as a retreat, a place of personal renewal, was recognised by a man of vision, Keith Williams. Keith, long respected as an entrepreneur and achiever in the Australian tourist industry, cast his critical and experienced eye over all of the 74 islands in the Whitsunday group and chose Hamilton Island as the site for a development which was breathtaking in its scope, but based on a set of pragmatic values so detailed and thorough that success in both the short and long term was assured. Hamilton Island is located just 2 hours 10 minutes north of Sydney and 1 hour 20 minutes north of Brisbane by scheduled airliner. It is readily accessible from the international airports at Cairns and Townsville and is in the process of upgrading its own jetport, the only privately owned facility of its kind in the world, to international standard, with a luxurious terminal building being opened early in 1990 to accept aircraft up to Boeing 767 standard. The island is also accessible by sea from Shute Harbour on the mainland, where Hamilton Island maintains its own wharf facility for the barge service, which carries building materials, general goods and food supplies needed to maintain essential services and continue the ongoing development. The fast wave-piercing Catamaran 2000 runs several scheduled services each day to the mainland, and Whitsunday water taxis have a fleet of modern catamarans which carry passengers around the islands. The opening of the stunning Hamilton Towers, planned for August 1990, brings stage 2 of Keith Williams' 3-stage plan, conceived 12 years ago, to fruition. Stage 1, completed 3 years ago, involved the establishment and commissioning of the nucleus of the overall development, the Outrigger Resort and Harbourside Village complex. The resort, located around a sandy beach on the northeastern side of the island facing the rising sun, comprises a central Polynesian-style building housing reception, information and guest registration facilities, a shopping mall offering fine quality goods with a special Hamilton Island flavour, the Phoenix Room, an entertainment and convention venue, a coffee lounge and bar, and the Dolphin Room a la carte restaurant, where diners can enjoy fine food whilst enjoying the antics of the tame dolphins or gaze across the tranquil waters of the Coral Sea. This is the nerve centre of the resort, with international telephone, facsimile, telex, Japanese translation and guest activity services. International telephone facilities are also provided in each room. The main resort building is imposing in its architecture, and its impact is enhanced by the way in which it is landscaped to integrate with the natural surroundings. A free-form swimming pool, one of the largest in the Southern Hemisphere, is a gathering place for guests who lounge around the island bar, sheltered by coconut palms forming a tropical glade. Keith's uncompromising standards have ensured that accommodation at all levels is the most luxurious and best serviced in the Pacific region. It caters for 5 levels of tariff, from the Polynesian bourrées, which are separate self-contained island-style huts, through Alamander Lodge, low-set units nestled against a hillside immediately to the north of the main building, and Bougainvillea Lodge, lying just behind the beach. Whitsunday Towers, twin 14-level medium-rise one-bedroom units, look across the Asia waters of the Coral Sea and are supplemented by Poinciana, Hibiscus Lagoon and Frangipani Lodge, privately owned 2-bedroom low-rise units operated under management by Hamilton Island. Yacht Harbour Tower, built on the low saddle between resort and harbour side, is perhaps the most impressive of all. Commanding superb views to both east and west, each of the 14 apartments occupies one complete level and their standard of luxury is breathtaking. There are 7 restaurants on the island catering for all tastes, from Chinese, French, Italian and English menus, giving guests a choice and variety unavailable in any other Pacific resort. Supplementary guest services include a medical centre, a gymnasium and fitness centre, tennis courts, a squash and sports centre, games room, babysitting service and kids club, a school for the children of residents and long-term guests, a church which is very popular for weddings, and the usual laundry and general peripheral room services. There is an Australian wildlife reserve located 600 metres to the north of the resort, giving overseas guests the opportunity to become acquainted with our unique fauna on a first-hand basis. Koalas, kangaroos, emus, crocodiles, dingoes and a colourful collection of free-ranging birds are always popular with adults and children alike. The island also has a motorcycle museum displaying more than 150 vintage and modern motorcycles. Owned personally by Keith Williams, this is generally acclaimed as being the largest private collection in the world. Hamilton Island is the gateway to the Great Barrier Reef, the 8th wonder of the world. A floating reef facility maintained by Hamilton Island and located in the Coral Lagoon gives everyone an opportunity to experience this wonderland for themselves. Transit is by helicopter or fast catamaran, and the reef platform offers scuba diving, snorkelling, reef walking and even a submarine for armchair underwater viewing. These all help to bring the wonders of nature's grand aquarium into sharp focus on a look but don't touch basis. All building on the island required the transportation of materials from the mainland. The barge Samson has done most of the work and runs a twice-daily service from Shute Harbour. One of the first tasks was the dredging of a deep channel and construction of a landing ramp for Samson, and in the early days of Stage 1, this was extended into a magnificent deep-water harbour catering for general Whitsunday ferry traffic, visiting yachts and at the same time providing residents with a 200-berth floating marina. A shipyard and maintenance facility are located around the northern side of the harbour, with the Harbourside Village designed along colonial Queensland lines bordering the northern shore. The village is the commercial heart of Hamilton Island, with a range of shops, restaurants and services which has made the island virtually a self-contained community, a world of its own. Stage 3 has already begun, and when completed will see Hamilton Island take its rightful place as the best residential resort and island community in the world. The magnificent Hamilton Towers, built in the record time of 18 months, is a 21-level self-contained resort conference hotel, breathtaking in its range of facilities and standard of accommodation. It has 386 rooms and suites, external elevators and commands an unsurpassed view of the resort and beach looking north towards Whitsunday Island. The 350 identical premier rooms, each of 65 square metres, are the largest standard hotel rooms in the world, with their opulent decor extending to equally spacious bathrooms. The entire building demonstrates that Keith Williams's uncompromising standards have yielded a degree of resort luxury which cannot be surpassed. Behind Hamilton Towers, nestled into the hillside and connected by a bridge to the 4th level, will be a sports, entertainment and convention centre capable of accommodating 2,000 for dining and 2,500 theatre style. Convertible to a sports stadium, this versatile complex is capable of accepting an international standard indoor tennis court. This facility will be completed by mid-1991. To be opened in August 1990, Hamilton Towers will place Hamilton Island on the must-visit list of every tourist, conventioner and traveller who is planning a visit to the Asia-Pacific region. But there is more. Dent Island, separated from Hamilton Island by a narrow smooth water passage, has recently been acquired by Hamilton Island Enterprises, and work has commenced on a world-class 18-hole golf course. According to designer Greg Norman, this will have breathtaking views and may well be the most spectacular golf course in the world. It will inevitably become an essential venue on the World Pro Circuit. The course will be demanding but eminently playable by casual and club golfers. The course will have its own golf club, and this will be supplemented by a golf resort and a health resort, environmentally tailored into the landscape. These South Pacific Interest accommodation complexes are planned for the eastern and northern shorelines, and from these locations they will command sweeping panoramic views of the Dent and Whitsunday passengers. Dent Island will be renamed Hamilton West and will be serviced by a 24-hour-a-day cruise ferry taking 10 minutes to cross the Sheltered Passage from Hamilton Airport. Stage 3 also involves the construction of the upmarket Mediterranean-style condominium and hotel development on the northern peninsula of Hamilton Island. This will be styled to faithfully capture the appearance and atmosphere of the Greek islands or a Spanish seaside resort, but the interiors, facilities and decor will meet the needs of the most discerning and sophisticated modern-day traveller. Streets will be cobbled and there will be a central marketplace to encourage activity and add to an already exciting atmosphere. The development will be largely self-contained and exclusive, but it will contribute to the island community in a subtle and most important way. Hamilton Island Resort is unique in the world in that a large percentage of our guests and visitors return many times. In most cases, resorts around the world try but fail to achieve this, due mainly to the fact that facilities are limited to a relatively small area and very little imagination or effort is applied to the task of making guests become friends. By contrast, Keith Williams has always understood the commercial sense of encouraging repeat visits, and this was an early consideration in the establishment of the two separate but complementary aspects of the island, the resort side and the harbour side. This gives guests the opportunity to participate in and enjoy two entirely different resort concepts during their stay, thereby increasing their enjoyment and eliminating boredom. The Northern Mediterranean development will add yet another dimension to this wonderful environment, consolidate the appeal of the island as a destination and further increase the number of guests to whom the staff and management of Hamilton Island can say, "Welcome back." As we've seen, in every essential aspect, Hamilton Island is unique in the world. Its most unique aspect, however, is the fact that it was conceived, planned, designed and built by one man using his own resources. His achievements are the stuff of which legends are made, and the island is testimony to his successful quest for perfection. Now that the main essentials of an enormous infrastructure are complete and the blueprint for development set in concrete, Keith will feel confident that his ultimate dream must come true, and his ongoing task is to responsibly guide the island's progress in accordance with prevailing economic circumstances and the constraints imposed by capitalisation versus profitability. Keith Williams is a most unusual man in that his magnificent visions are born out of experience, practical assessments and a gut feeling for what people want when it comes time for vacation. His commercially realistic attitude is best expressed in his own words. The world is full of dreamers, and although I admit to being one of them, my dreams take on a more practical form because I believe that the main ingredient of commercial dreams should be profitability. Any fool can establish a loss-making venture, but to me profitability is the final recognition of success, and without profit the world's most magnificent projects will surely deteriorate and finally wither on the vine. I have dedicated the last 40 years of my life to making dreams come true, and every such dream has maintained commercial viability. Hamilton Islands are on target to exceed my expectations in every respect.